Yo. All right, just getting set up here. Make sure the video looks good. Yep. Just taking some notes here on the side while I get started. All right. I think we're good to go. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get it done today, but the plan is to work on a bidirectional mirror that I've had for a while. It's just a two-sided mirror, so the lasers can have two lasers bouncing in from either side. And in order to do that, I have to go through the usual setup. So we'll start with, actually in this case, asset. So let me go to asset.c. Actually, let me make sure I have it defined. Pretty sure I do. Mirror bidirectional. Yeah. Okay. So it's already in the asset registry. Let's pop in here. Look at how it's loaded. Mirror bidirectional. It's just doing a model load without a transform. I'll see how that turns out, because in this case, it is going to be a little bit different than the way that the other pieces are. No, I think I'm still going to need it. Actually, let me do that with transform. Well, let's try to render it first. So make a new level here. That's going to showcase this guy off. In order to do that, we'll have our laser receiver. I'm just going to push it out to the fringes here. I'm going to need, let me turn that off. I don't really like that for this stuff. Laser, look at a mirror. So I've got that macro. I'm going to make a new one that's mirror bidirectional. Bidirectional. That looks good. X, Y, and a rotation. Yep. Mirror bidirectional. And I'm going to jump up to this function. I'm just going to copy that. It's going to basically be the same as a mirror. Level, create mirror bidirectional. And the difference is it's going to be mirror bidirectional mirror. Two-sided mirror. I don't know if that's too technical. We'll start with that anyway. Okay, transform, that's good. Update local matrix, yada, yada, yada. Set model with transform mirror bidirectional. And the rest is probably good. So let's start with that and see what happens. Oh, I don't think I actually used it. My little level, yeah. I'm gonna close this, I didn't mean to have it open right now. Okay, we'll throw that in the middle here, and let's see what that looks like. Okay, yeah, and as expected, the transform is off here. So I'm gonna go back to the asset, make sure that I set it with the correct transform. So with transform. And in this case, I don't know if I want to use the mirror, asset model mirror transform. What does it do? Actually, maybe that is what I want. From axis angle, yeah, okay, let me try it. So I'll do asset model mirror transform. Now let's reload it. Okay. But it's not perfectly centered. That's what I was worried about. Because actually this guy needed to be centered a little better. Scooched back just a touch. So that mirror transform works. I'm going to make actually a bidirectional mirror transform. Let me see what's up with this matrix multiplication here. So what am I doing here? Quaternion from axis angle. So up, and I'm rotating it. That's okay. One sec, let me first just do entity transform. Let me just set it equal to the entity transform for a sec. So asset, model, entity transform. And that bidirectional mirror, I'm gonna make sure I'm using the correct one. Asset, bidirectional mirror transform. Okay, so let's just set it to the entity transform for a sec. I haven't rotated it yet. Is that centered? No. Why? Okay, so this guy's gonna need like one extra nudge in the right direction. And that's part of the problem is if I rotate it now, so the actual center is like right there. If I rotate it now, it's pivoting about that axis. So give it just a nudge. Yeah, X, Y, Z. I want it to come down in the Z. So we'll do 0, 0. And 0.5 in the positive direction. That should do it. Whoa, 0.5. Oh, because the, yeah, 0.05 is I think what I actually meant. That, does that look centered? I think that looks centered. I'll know better when I go to rotate it. So now if I rotate it, I need another matrix multiply this guy with a quaternion from axis angle. The angle, I think it'll be the same as this one, pi over 2 minus pi over 4. Missing a comma here. What's up? Axis angle. Oh, whoops, matrix. Rotation. From quaternion. And then multiply. Yeah, see, that's what I was worried about. It's offset. It's really working. Just because everything I've had up to this point has been centered really nicely. I think I might even need to pre-process. You know, honestly, an easier approach to this is probably just to, let me go to bidirectional, asset, model, mirror transform. Let's go back to doing this. And what I'm gonna do is, actually just gonna go adjust where its center is in Blender, because I think that'll be easier than trying to do it here. I don't have the most robust transform system. Let's just open. If this is actually gonna, the import, so import obj. There we go. with. It is the mirror bidirectional. So all I need to do is scoot this guy back. In this case, is it? Go. So that should be perfectly centered now. So we'll go ahead and export. Just want this selected. And make a new one just in case, but well, actually, I don't need to. Cross mirror bidirectional. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, see if it worked. Go here, kill it, rebuild. Boom, perfectly centered. Love it. That was easy. Great. Oh, funny. I put him way out there. It's rotatable. This is awesome. Okay, awesome. Works exactly like I had hoped. So now, what am I gonna do with this? So the first problem I'm gonna have is the way the laser system works. I think I'm just not gonna be able to bounce the laser off the back. So let's just do that and then see kind of what happens and go from there. So here I can close Blender. So if I go into, I'll just open this again just so I can look at the coordinate system. So if I go into my level registry, let me throw put a laser emitter at 0, 1 and no rotation, and it'll be a color teal. I will put a laser receiver at 1, 0. It will have a 90-degree rotation, and it will be a color teal as well. And now, just to make a point here about how this is supposed to work, I'm going to put a laser emitter at -1, 0 with a -90 rotation. It'll be an orange. And I'll put a laser receiver at 0, -1, and it'll have a 180-degree rotation, and it will also be orange, color orange. All right. Cool. I connect this, and this shows off 2 problems now. So I'm just gonna mark these here. So center and load model, great, done, right? I do wanna create a level, which I could say this is kind of my test level that I want for this. And I'll just kind of add a new, I've been wanting to track the levels of things I haven't finished yet. So bidirectional levels, mirror levels. So I finished at least 1. This is more just for my tracking for what I want to get out just for like a play test. So at least 3 of each of the entities. Okay, create a level. Now the new problems are make laser bounce on backside of bidirectional mirror, and also like test that existing just regular mirror still works on both sides. I'll know what that means. Bidirectional. And then in addition, what I need to do is handle this offset. So this is the first kind of problem, is that this mirror is going to introduce like an error. And so you'll see, like, because of the way the mirror is centered, it has depth. And so the way my mirrors previously worked was, you know, it would collide with the middle of that actual tile. So it didn't introduce an error. It was like a line would hit and bounce. The problem is now there is depth. So this laser isn't able to go directly into the middle of this mirror anymore. So now, since it's bouncing earlier, like, this is physically how it would work, but I'm going to introduce just kind of something to fix this, which is I need a way for it to kind of correct the bounce to the middle of the mirror's face, and then it continues in that direction. Not how it would physically work, but it'll account for this like accumulating error of having bidirectional mirrors. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to that, but at least for today, I want the back bounce. So let me just write that up though, so I don't forget. Account for mirror thickness and adjust beam hit position, something like that. Okay, so let me just save what I've done here. Okay. Oops. Okay. So let's deal with this bouncing issue. So I think this will probably be in my laser system. Right now my laser system is doing way too much, but that's okay. I'll worry about factoring out some of the stuff later. For now, what do we got going on? So check for dog, check for portal, check for laser reflector. So the only thing I want to do, laser reflector, laser reflection, that's just a flag. I think I need to turn the laser reflection system, or sorry, the component, into an actual like data component, because I need to be able to tell it whether it's like double-sided. That's just kind of a new rake letter dot. Yeah, see, this is a good, like, it's currently only checking if it's how did that happen? Odd. Oh yeah, of course, because that's two beams the same. Never mind, that's not odd. This would be, yeah, there you go. Anyway, so let me turn this into a component. So we'll go here. I'm gonna do laser reflector. I don't know. I've used or. I don't know if that's proper English or not, but export. I've been writing a lot of JavaScript lately. Type def laser reflector T, and I'll just throw a bool at bidirectional. Struct. I'm forgetting my C. What am I doing? This is correct. I need to include it. So I just need to go into components, include components, laser reflector. You good? Reload. Active file. That's what it's called, restart. Cool, okay. So now I'm going to define a laser reflector default. And then we exported that. If I go into entity, I'm going to convert that into just a not flag. Okay, and let's go to laser collider. going to add a function just to be consistent. Laser reflector T, laser reflector, and we'll go to where this is defined. Throw another one of those. Entity add component, entity component, laser reflector. Laser reflector equals laser reflector. So I don't actually have this property yet. Entity. Laser collider, let's add one here. Okay. What am I doing here? I'd probably trim all these in. Sorry, I just like alignment things. It's code. As Jonathan Blow once said, your code is like your home, so keep it tidy. make it however you want. Decorate it. Make it comfortable for you. Anyway, let's see here. Reflector, got all that. I just want to refactor one more thing, which is in the level registry. Whenever I create a component laser reflector, it's fine, but I'm just going to do it now with this function just to keep it consistent. Laser reflector entity component, or it'll be laser reflector default. So I'm not adding anything to it. Entity set laser reflector default. Oh, this is bidirectional actually. So this one I do want laser reflector. What's up? Did I do something wrong? Oh, receiver reflector. There we go. Now I can remove this. And I don't think I have any other laser reflector. Just those two? Okay, cool. So let me make sure everything runs and can build and doesn't crash and all that. Cool, that still works. Yeah, I haven't handled the bidirectional part, so that's expected. Let me just go to a mirror level, just make sure that works. Cool, all right, nothing broke. So, going back here, let's see here. Now I've pulled out the laser reflector stuff. So I can look into the laser system and decide I have entity has component. So if it has that component, let's just pull this out for a sec. We can grab the laser reflector component. What's up? So not entity. Linked portal. Collider entity. Oh. Okay. Ray collider dot is less than epsilon. So in this case, if it's bidirectional, so first off, if it is not bidirectional, I'll handle the bidirectional. If laser reflector is bidirectional, then we can go in either way. Else, we want to check ray collider dot is less than epsilon. I think this is true either way. Check for laser reflector. thing here. Can reflect. Can reflect is true. Can reflect is true. If can reflect, then we'll do the reflection. Bidirectional. And then we can check both ray collider dot is less than and greater than. Or rather, this or that. Okay. See if that works. Reflects this way, reflects that way. We have bidirectional mirrors. What happens if I go this way? It reflects, and if that one can't go that way. Boom. It works. Doesn't break this guy. Let me go back a sec. I want to see what happens if it goes that way. Oh, it just punches through. That's not good. Oh, because it matched. Got it. I'll stop the laser. What I can do is just do like a laser handled. Handled equals false. And if it's in here, then I'll say laser handled is true. If it's in here, then I'll say laser handled is true. If it's in here, laser handled is true. And if not laser handled, then stop laser. Strange. Check for dog, check for portal. It is a mirror. Okay, wait, sorry, I didn't actually. So I want laser handled in can reflect. There we go. So let's go ahead and do that. That reflects just fine. That should stop. Great. Okay, there we go. Now both work. Cool. Just gonna play through a few of these levels because I haven't played them in a while. Awesome. It's working well. All right, so now what? I gotta get to work soon, so I don't think I have time to do the last piece. This was another short stream. I'm trying to I haven't been good about it, but I've been trying to be consistent with at least showing up, even if it's short. Yeah, we'll see how much time I have to do any of the longer streams. The good news though is my game is like in a situation or in like a good enough state where like I can hop in, get one thing done, and it actually it's not bad. I can get it done in a reasonable amount of time. So, I mean, seriously, like some people tell me like, oh, like making a game in C, that sounds like a ton of work and like it'll slow you down or whatever. But once you get a lot of the, like most of the things that take time with making a game is like getting your systems in place and getting some of the foundational stuff. But all I've been doing for the last several months is just like adding components and playing with the existing systems I have and like tuning them a little bit to allow me to add new pieces to my game. And it's been honestly really nice. Like I can just hop in for a half hour, an hour stream, get something done, and then, you know, move on. Still a ton to do here to make it an actual like game that I could feel good about selling, but regardless, it's in a good state, and I'm making consistent, steady, slow progress, but happy to. Oh, AMS Hope, thanks for the follow. All right, well, I'm gonna call it there. I'll try to get it on again later this week and wrap up the mirror thickness handling. Got thick mirrors. All right, see y'all. Thanks for coming. Bye.